Anyone there from the audience?
No.
Okay, I don't hear anyone. If they join us later, we'll give them a chance. So I'll go ahead and close out audience of citizens. And if we can make a motion to go to new business first.
Okay. So moved.
All right. Second. All right. So business.
I can make the introduction, Mr. Mayor. So this was brought to us by the Y at the town council meeting, perhaps a couple of months ago. And this is Rick Pinto, who's their attorney, reached out to us and said that the Y is planning to lease space with the former Moreland High School property. And currently, soon after the school was closed, this is another sidebar, this happened afterwards, assessor put them on the back on the tax roll. They haven't paid anything. I know they have saw an appeal last week, but that is independent of that. What they are asking the Y is to, they came to the council, and there's Connecticut general statutes that allows a non-for-profit that leases or rents space from an establishment to exempt them from paying property taxes. So they reached out to us, they provided some language, we sent it back to Corporation Counsel, and he revised it, and that's the document that you have in front of you. They want us to adopt this as an ordinance, even though it's in the Connecticut general statutes. Want to add anything to that, Jeff?
No, the statute, the applicable statute is 12-81, subsection 58. And the statute, which covers property leased to charitable, religious, or nonprofit organizations, specifically requires municipalities to adopt an ordinance in order to make the exemption available to any nonprofit charitable organization that uses subject property exclusively for the purpose of their charitable, religious, or nonprofit operation.
You're breaking up, Jeff. Sorry.
Did you hear me or no?
Towards the end, you got cut off. Better now.
Yeah, what I said was that 12-8158 of the general statute specifically requires that an ordinance be adopted in order to make the exemption available to charitable, religious, or nonprofits.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's obviously not changing anything. It was exempt before, and it would be exempt going forward again as a nonprofit, right?
Right.
So we're not losing, and we're certainly in the Y, I guess, an opportunity to, that building and hopefully serve the town. What do we?
Right. If there.
What do you think, Peter? What do you think, Brendan?
Well, they are my favorite organization. However, I'll move this to get it to the whole council.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Move it.
Yeah. There. It's got to go there anyway, so. And I saw something. Charlie said he couldn't get in or something. I don't know. Something came up. I don't know if he texted me. I didn't. But it's going to go to the council anyway. So.
Right.
So. Yeah. All right. So, we got any other questions for Jeff or Roche or anybody?
Jeff, I have a question. If the Y rents or leases a portion of the property, in that case, would the exemption apply only to that percentage that they rent?
If they were to lease it
Yeah,
for a purpose that's not charitable, religious, or nonprofit mission related, in other words, if they were to lease it to a lawyer, right, that's a for-profit endeavor, so that portion of the property would not be exempt.
so if the Y leases just the gym, for example, and some classrooms, that means the other administrative building and all that will remain on the tax roll?
You're talking about the different scenario than I was.
Yeah,
You're talking
yeah.
about if the Y leases a portion
Yeah,
of a building and the remaining portions of the building are used for-profit purposes, then that's right. Only the portion leased by the Y would be.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Do we know if leasing the whole place, Roche? Do we know?
Well, we haven't had any conversations with them. They were looking at the whole facility, but they have not moved forward with any concrete plans. I don't know what they plan to do, and this is pre-COVID, so things would have changed after that too.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, a lot of things have changed, right? So who knows?
So they're looking at leasing instead of purchasing it.
That's correct, because previously they were looking at purchasing it, then
Right.
the property, and the price was right. I don't know, for whatever reason, they didn't move forward with the purchase.
Maybe I would want to see how successful they are first.
What's that, Peter?
They may want to see how successful they are.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I was them, I'd want to lease it first, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any other thoughts or questions or information we need? Obviously, it will go. If we vote for it, it'll go to the whole council, so we'll have another chance to examine it with everybody.
Good idea.
All right. Well, if I hear nothing further, we'll go ahead and make a motion to approve this going forward.
So moved.
All right. Second. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. So they'll go to the council. What, the next meeting, Roche?
We can probably get it in, right, Kate?
Yes,
For
yes,
next
we have
meeting?
time.
Yeah, we have time. We can do that for the meeting coming up on June 2nd.
Okay. All right.
We'll do it.
Okay. Good. All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Sure.
All right. So now we'll go to old business, which is the animal control ordinance. I would move to. I mean, just to recap, I think we've had a lot of this. We've certainly come to the conclusion that in the in every area of town, but there wherever the carve out, dogs need to be on a restraint, on a lead. I remember if we talked about, we still have to pass it, but got to be on a lead of, I don't know what we 6 feet, 8 feet, and everywhere in town, but wherever we determine there would be a place they could be off lead, be the only place, and we put that in the ordinance, obviously. So rather than pass it tonight, kind of got sidetracked by the COVID-19. There was one location we were looking at, possibly Pistol Creek, but I wanted to get a couple of the people that have been involved coming to all our meetings and see, and actually if the council or if the ordinance committee wants to look at it. We're talking about one of the, what hole was that, Roche? I forget, I myself, but it's on the other side of the street.
It's the 11th hole, maybe. It's right across from where the clubhouse used to be.
So it's across the street where the handicap parking is, right?
Yes, exactly.
Where the trail goes.
Yeah.
So, I haven't gotten out myself, Roche, maybe you and I, or whoever, and I know we were talking about going with Steve Wood just to see, so we know where that area actually is, and take a look at it. At our next ordinance committee meeting, we could propose what may be a better location, because of parking across the street. Parking will not be an issue. It's on town property now. It's not on, we won't need to worry about the land trust and about the conservation commission. I mean, that's town property too, but it's a little bit more requirements than whatever we agreed to. And property title, so it might be easier on just town property like Crystal Creek. It's a large area. I think it's the area that wouldn't interfere with anyone, but I'd like to have the chance, everyone have the chance on their own to look at it, and then we can talk about it, trying to get a hold of maybe a couple of people that have been involved. Say, look, go take a look at it, and come back to the next ordinance committee and maybe make that proposal, and maybe change that location from Bicentennial Park to there. It'll be easier for everyone. I know the Conservation Commission happy did that. VA concerned cul-de-sac, and on other places we were looking in Bicentennial Park by the garden. May not work out either. So let's look at this new location. And then we'll have another ordinance meeting to talk about it. And again, I think we got delayed with the COVID. Obviously, we had other things to worry about. So that makes sense to everybody. Yeah. Let's check that new location out, and then we'll have another meeting and talk about it. Maybe by then we'll have a person, so the public can be a little more comfortable in attending, and we can hear what they all have to say. All right, so I'll go ahead and table that, and then we'll just go on to our approval of minutes, February 27, 2020 meeting that was sent to you. If there's any if there's any questions, if there's no questions, we'll go ahead and take a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the Town of Berlin Ordinance Committee meetings from February 27th, 2020.
Thank you. Second on that.
Okay.
All right, so we're all those in favor? Aye. Okay, so that's it.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Councilor Stetson just joined us a little while ago. I don't know whether you saw that on the screen.
Apologize for the delay.
No, that's okay.
That's okay. So, Joanne, just to recap, maybe Jeff, you want to recap just for a minute, just so Joanne knows what we.
I think Jeff.
Did he have to leave? Jeff had to leave.
He bailed.
Yeah, Jeff has left the building.
Left the building. Yeah, he had another.
Yeah, I had another call at 7.
Roche, you want to?
Yes, sure. So we started with the second item because Jeff had another call at 7. I wanted him on the line to discuss this. This was came up at a council meeting a couple of months ago. Rick Pinto, who's the attorney for the Y, they're planning on leasing space at the former Moreland Hill High School. And since the school is no longer non-for-profit, they're not serving their mission. It went back on the tax roll, but they have appealed it. But their request was the Connecticut General Statutes 12-81 allows any non-for-profit that leases space to be exempt from paying property taxes. So Moreland Hill never paid property taxes because they were 501c3. And but also the general statutes, they require the municipality to adopt this ordinance before it could move forward. So the law allows it. So we brought it in to the ordinance committee, and the ordinance committee, just before you came online, voted to move it to the full council for discussion.
Great.
So that's where we are with that item.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, thanks. And Mr. Mayor was talking about the other item that we need to put to bed. One is the leash law that I think everybody agrees. but we also need to find another place for the dogs to roam around without a leash. And there's a possible location on, trying to think of the name of the street.
I came in and heard all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't need to reiterate that. So I
Right.
appreciate that.
So that's where we are.
All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and take time to look at that other place. And my dog was barking, I think, yes or no. I wasn't sure. I'll change the dog. I don't know, but we'll see. So I think that's it. We'll have this item on the tax item on the council meeting. That's great. We can talk about it, with everyone, and I guess we can take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All right.
Aye.
All right.
Hi.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Right. So, Peter is still hanging out there.
I'm trying to hang up.
Can hang up.
Wait a minute. This we should do it. Bye-bye.
Just exit out. Bye. See ya.